Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the Florida International offense back on the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. Scanning the field. It's Gaudet. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete that time. Just out of reach of the receiver.
You know, the outcut is a routine throw, but it really illustrates how much time the quarterback and receiver have worked on this route. Because the more you work on it, you could close your eyes and make this throw. But it's not easy if you don't put a lot of reps in.
So second down after the incompletion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Crucial third down play coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And here comes a deep shot. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Boy, that was beautiful. Man, this defensive back, he's putting on a clinic today on how to defend against the deep ball and man coverage without committing a penalty. I'm sure the secondary coach is very proud of that execution.
Second down after that previous play. It's a shotgun run call. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Here's the toss play now, running left. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. That's a quick shovel pass. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Oh, my gosh. The defense does their job. That ball is thrown short of the first down. They've got to rally with the ball and not let him have that kind of effort to pick up the first down.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's got it inside the 10. Who could not stop him? He's in. Touchdown, Cardinal.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jenkins. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Here comes the Golden Panthers offense back out there now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Back to throw. It's Gaudet. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
And completion makes it second and short. They're going to run it here. Throws a stiff arm. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Caught quickly. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this. You can catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay within the man coverage. Very tough to do.
He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Dropping back. It's Gaudet. The tight end has got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Strong game by this quarterback. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Stanford offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. That's a design quarterback keeper. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back. The throw to the running back in the flat. Defense makes the stop after the completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
Defense is coming after him. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open.
Got space, looking to score. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. Here comes the point after attempt. PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Stanford offense back out there in the field now. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. Single back takes the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Has incomplete, very nearly intercepted that time.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time, nice throw, and it's a first down.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
Looking to throw it again. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain. Timeout is called. A duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. That completion makes it second and medium. Offense looking to throw the ball. Delivers quickly to the left side. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And looking to throw now on first down. It's a quick grab. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
They convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Here's the option play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. They will go for it again here on fourth down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge fourth down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Here comes the Florida International offense back on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? Escapes the pocket. Makes a nice move there. They get him down, but that's a good run. Enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
First down here for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Gaudet. The pass rush closing in. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. Heads out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. He's been shredding this defense with his scrambles today.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, They're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
Running out of time in the pocket. He's hit just before the throw. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is, and they do a good job of it right here.
He'll take a deep shot. Oh, grabs it near the sideline. That's a huge gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
It's a fake. Looking to throw the ball. The pass is incomplete. That's a fake field goal fail. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Cardinal offense is back out there on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Man, the defense seems to be all about loading up to stop the run. They're creating some one-on-one opportunities, and the quarterback and receiver make them pay for it with a great play.
Running back grabs it on a screen. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Testing the defense with a throw downfield.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. He hands it off from the gun. Breaks loose at the 40. That's an explosive gain. They've got him, but the gain all the way to the 28.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And at first down, they go right back to him. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback dropping back. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here comes the Golden Panthers offense back out there now. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. Breaks loose at the 40.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quick pressure. They've got him down for a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
That sack makes it second down and forever. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
Tight end makes the grab. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. And now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Going to chuck it again. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
The offense was moving well, but two incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Football comes out. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down after a short gain there.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Handoff from the shotgun. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up fourth down. Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Here we go on fourth down. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's fourth down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
Here comes the Florida International offense back on the field. They moved it well last time, got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. Snags the quick throw. Fighting off the tackler. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Looking for 6. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
The Stanford offense is back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for the wideout. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Here's the throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Boy, what a good job by this defense of trying to put pressure on this mobile quarterback. Here's another example of what he can do. He looked like he was going to be down for a loss, and instead is able to fight through it. But I'm going to tip my cap to this defense. They knew what they were facing today, and they're doing a good job of containing him and applying enough pressure to be able to offset this offense.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he finds his target. He has the first. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. We'll try to run it with the option. He'll toss it to the back.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
2nd down play coming up. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter and set something up downfield.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Tries to get it to the running back. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's incomplete under heavy